Bueno, muy buenas tardes a todas las personas que se van conectando a esta sesión informativa de Colfuturo. El día de hoy estaremos con la Universidad de Auckland de Nueva Zelanda y su representante, Anna Frisk, quien nos va a contar sobre la oferta académica que tiene la universidad, opciones de financiación, requisitos de admisión, toda esa información relevante para que ustedes puedan iniciar sus estudios de posgrado en el exterior. También es muy importante que nosotros tenemos un convenio con la Universidad de Auckland, que en este caso comprende para estudiantes de doctorado un 80% de descuento en el valor de la matrícula y una beca del 100% para un estudiante del programa Semillero de Talentos. Adicionalmente, para 15 beneficiarios que realicen un curso de inglés previo a sus estudios, van a recibir un descuento del 30% en el valor de la matrícula del curso de idiomas. Entonces, si ustedes están interesados en acceder a alguno de estos beneficios, deben postularse al programa Crédito Beca de Colfuturo, el cual ya tiene una convocatoria abierta y muy importante que va a cerrar el 28 de febrero. Así que si ustedes están interesados en postularse con la Universidad de Auckland, deben hacer el proceso antes del 28 para que así puedan llegar a acceder a este beneficio. Asimismo, en caso de que ustedes no conozcan mucho el programa Crédito Beca, los invito a que este 24 de febrero nos acompañen a nuestra charla virtual sobre el programa Crédito Beca, donde van a conocer todas las reglas, todas las generalidades del programa y así decidir si realmente es lo que ustedes necesitan para financiar sus programas. Así que sin más introducción, thank you, Anna, for being here, and you can go ahead and start your presentation.
Gracias. Hola, bienvenido. Today I'll be talking about studying at New Zealand's leading university, the University of Auckland. Kia ora, haere mai, a warm New Zealand welcome. In this session, we'll be talking about an overview of Auckland, as well as the university itself. I'll talk about program options and entry requirements, how to apply, scholarships, and career opportunities after you get your degree. We'll also have time for any questions that you might have about studying in New Zealand and studying at the University of Auckland. Thanks so much for joining. So first, I just wanted to give you a sense of what makes New Zealand really special as a destination for any student who wants to get a degree. And these are three qualities that really make New Zealand stand out, and that's kaitiaki, that guardianship of people, place, and planet; ingenuity, so that spirit of exploration, adventure, and creativity; and integrity, that sense that we say what we do what we say we will do. And I think as you explore our programs that we have on offer, that sense of kaitiaki, that guardianship, is really seen through our programs in terms of sustainability and Indigenous ownership. And of course, ingenuity, that spirit of exploration, is also really seen in our innovation and fantastic programs, perhaps aerospace engineering, for example. So really exciting things happening at the University of Auckland, and this video will really show you what I mean in terms of what the University of Auckland is doing in regards to innovation. Fantastic. So we'll move on to also just sharing a bit more about Auckland itself, because when you're choosing a destination for where you want to get your degree, you're not only looking at the university and its rankings and its research possibilities, but you're also looking at where you're going to live and spend time while you get your degree. So the University of Auckland has an incredible location. It's located right in the heart of Auckland. Auckland is highly ranked for its quality of living. You truly get the best of both worlds when you live in Auckland. You get that chance to be a part of a dynamic, diverse city. You have people from around the world that come and live in Auckland, and it makes it really easy to meet people from your own home country, but also meet people from around the world and have a fantastic international network. But it's also really easy to get out of the city and enjoy the beautiful things that New Zealand is world famous for, that beautiful nature. Auckland itself has 50 volcanoes, 200 incredible beaches in the region, rainforests, and incredible recreational opportunities to take part of after class or over the weekends. Also, what's fantastic about being right in the heart of Auckland is that you have those direct linkages to industry and jobs, and you'll have that through your courses, and of course those job opportunities as well while you're studying. The University of Auckland, as we said before, is New Zealand's top-ranked university. We're ranked in the top 100 universities in the world. We are like the city in that we have students from around the world that come and study with us. And we're really proud to be New Zealand's most innovative university and highest ranked for graduate employability. So I'll talk a little bit more about graduate employability, because this is something that is incredibly important to the University of Auckland, and we have dedicated services for international students. So if you're interested in staying in New Zealand after you get your degree, we will help you make that happen. In terms of study options, we have so many to choose from. We have over 200 programs from the undergraduate level to doctoral level. We have 8 faculties that range from arts to science, and I'll show you how to use our website to get a sense of how you can explore all these fantastic options depending on what you're interested in studying in. We are a public research-driven institution, and we have a variety of exciting options for you to explore. In terms of the University of Auckland's strengths, it's hard to narrow it down to 1 or 2 because we do have so many offerings across our 8 faculties that are ranked in the top 50 in the world. So as you can see here, that includes subjects in our Faculty of Arts, like linguistics, anthropology, English language and literature, and archaeology. In our School of Business, we have accounting and finance that's ranked in the top 50 in the world. Our School of Business is Triple Crown accredited, so it means it has international recognition, which only 1% of business schools in the world have. In education and social work, we have education ranked in the top 50 in the world. In regards to engineering, civil and structural engineering is ranked 40th. In regards to our Faculty of Medical Health Sciences, we have nursing, and we have others, and pharmacy and pharmacology. In science, we have geography and sports-related subjects, as well as psychology. And in law, we also are ranked very close to the top 50 in the world. So many great options. And again, I'll show you how to use the website through our Find a Study option. So you can see exactly how to filter depending on what your interest is to see what's possible at what academic level. Again, from that bachelor level to our postgraduate studies, from our postgraduate diploma to, of course, our PhD. So I'll go ahead and do that at the very end in case there are questions, and we can use the website to answer those directly. Again, I'll be able to filter it so we can show you what it looks like in terms of entry requirements for students from Colombia and give you a sense of our grading system. So that's our grade point equivalent, or our GPE. So we'll calculate that depending on what institution you might have gone to before, if you're especially looking to study at that postgraduate level. For those that are interested in postgraduate study options, we have two different tracks with a variety of options. So either that research track, especially might be interesting to you if you're thinking of going to get a PhD. And then, of course, we have so many great top programs with industry linkages to really advance your career and focus on upskilling. For those of you that might not yet be familiar with the New Zealand system, there are a few different pathways you can take to get a postgraduate degree. So from your bachelor's degree, you have the option of either pursuing a postgraduate diploma, which is a one-year program, a master's degree, depending on the faculty, that could be 1 to 1.5 to 2 years, or a bachelor honors degree, which is a one-year program of postgraduate level courses as well as research. So you can see that dotted line. There's the potential to do the bachelor's honors degree and go straight into the PhD. There's also the option to do that, get your master's, and then move into the PhD. So again, we can talk about fantastic options for you depending on your aspirations for your career and education. One of the best benefits of studying in New Zealand is our PhD package. So this is a fantastic option because international students pay the same as New Zealand citizens and residents. Not only do you get great benefits, but your family, if you have a family at this stage, also get fantastic benefits. So your partner can come to New Zealand as well and work here. If you have children, they can enroll in New Zealand schools and they will pay the same rates as domestic children. And of course, as the primary visa holder, as the student yourself, there will be no limits on the hours you can work while studying. And of course, you'll be eligible for those fantastic post-study work visa. So really, really great option. And of course, if you are a Col Futuro student, you get additional benefits as well. So that could include an 80% discount on tuition fees. So that would be those domestic tuition fees, which is really, really fantastic. And for one student from the Semillero de Talentos program, you could get 100% scholarship. So again, really great opportunity if you're looking to study your PhD, to think about the University of Auckland. For those that would like additional English language preparation, we have the University of Auckland English Language Academy, the ELA, and there's the opportunity to get a 30% discount on a language course registration prior to enrolling at the University of Auckland. The University of Auckland also has additional international student scholarships. So if you're looking to study at that master's level, for example, there are some great University of Auckland scholarships, such as our International Student Excellence Scholarship, which awards students up to 10,000 New Zealand dollars. We also, depending on the faculty that you choose to study, we have the International Business Masters Scholarship, which awards students up to 32,000 New Zealand dollars. The Faculty of Arts International Masters Degree Scholarship. And of course, we have some fantastic doctoral scholarships as well. This is one student from Colombia, Felipe Duarte, who studied a postgraduate diploma in bioscience enterprise. So again, really just highlights the fantastic range of programs that we have at the University of Auckland. And I think his quote here also helps articulate the great opportunities that you have in terms of a New Zealand education and that opportunity to connect with industry and also have access to great lab resources as well. And lastly, I wanted to highlight another fantastic scholarship opportunity. This is through the New Zealand government. That's the Manaki New Zealand Scholarships. This awards students a full tuition, including return airfare and travel insurance. You'll also have medical insurance while you're in New Zealand, and there will be provision to meet basic living costs. This is a really fantastic program, so something to also consider if you're looking to study at the University of Auckland. As I mentioned, as part of your PhD, you do have the opportunity to work full-time as well. So I did want to highlight that New Zealand does have a great minimum wage, which just starts at $21. For those that are on a master's degree program, you can work up to 20 hours a week. If you're in a master's research program, you have the opportunity to work 40 hours. So again, varying levels. If you have any questions about the visa and what that means for you, please feel free to ask those questions at the end. And of course, when you come to New Zealand, we hope that you travel and get to explore this beautiful part of the world. Career is so important for you, and of course it's really important for us, and we want to help support you on your journey. So we have an award-winning career development and employability services team, CDES. They have dedicated support for international students. So of course, if you want to stay here, they can help you tailor your CV for a New Zealand company or an international company elsewhere in the world. They help you with interviews, cover letter writing, and more. They have a great program called Workplace Insights, and this is tailored for international students to really understand the New Zealand context. And of course, that program, amongst many others, also are set up to help broaden your New Zealand network. They're there to help you even after you get your degree, whether you return to Colombia or you stay in New Zealand or go elsewhere in the world. As I mentioned earlier, one of the great benefits of getting a degree in New Zealand is the post-study work visa. So if you get a PhD, you're eligible for a 3-year post-study work visa, and that's the same for a master's degree as well. There are also great opportunities if you're looking to study at the bachelor's level. So depending on the amount of time you stay in New Zealand, you can also get up to a 3-year post-study work visa with that too. Thank you so much for joining this session. What I'm going to do is play this short video as well, which really highlights the fantastic opportunities for international students that come and study with us, those industry links that we have with programs, and some of the fantastic career opportunities that some of our international students have embarked on here in New Zealand.
My story started at the University of Auckland in New Zealand. My name is Rachita Rajendra. I'm from Bangalore, India, and I work right now as a product manager at Fisher & Paykel Healthcare, or as we like to call it, F&P. I studied my Masters of Marketing at the University of Auckland. What I loved most about my experience studying at the university was my access to the industry, and these were great in terms of understanding what it's like to work in New Zealand, translating academic research to real-life solutions, as well as learning to work in a real-life environment. And all of those gave me great tools to kick off my career here in New Zealand. Knowing that the work I do now helps save people's lives all over the world, it gives me a sense of fulfillment, and I'm very proud to represent my country and my culture on an international stage. Auckland is a really dynamic city. On the one hand, you get the hustle and bustle of a big city, while also it has a lot of natural beauty, beaches and good hikes. I remember every weekend I would go with my friends to one of these places, and Aucklanders are also really welcoming, and they're a really diverse bunch of people, and they're very open-minded, and it was very quick for me to feel like I was part of a community here in New Zealand, and that was absolutely wonderful. I would 100% recommend any student from India who wants to have an international experience at the University of Auckland. I've had great support from the staff, from my teachers, from my mentors at the university, and the support given to international students is amazing, and I really appreciated everything the university has done for me.
Thank you so much. So I'll open the floor now to questions, and also can show you how to navigate the website so we can talk a little bit more about study options, as well as entry requirements and how to apply.
Yeah, so thank you, Anna, for this presentation. All the information was very useful for all of us. So we're gonna go ahead with the questions, and I have two questions from social media. And the first one, they want to know about the work experience. What can you tell us about how's working in New Zealand?
In New Zealand, there are so many work opportunities, and they're constantly throughout the city. When I go, there are places that are saying that they're looking for people. So if you're looking to work while you get your degree, people are looking for you to hire. And then in terms of throughout your degree, there are great opportunities for courses to get internship experience, to consult with companies here in New Zealand. That is very much created. There's that the career integrated learning that's a significant part of the University of Auckland degree experience. And as I said, of course, at the end, there's that post-study work visa, and we really work hard to give you great opportunities to get a career that you love here in New Zealand, if that's what you're looking for as well.
Okay, good. Thank you. And the next question, it's about what is the cost of living. They have to make a budget. So they want to know what is this estimated cost of living in New Zealand.
Yeah, so we have some great resources on our website for cost of living. Keep in mind that's in New Zealand dollars. So if you're looking at international currencies, you'll see that the New Zealand dollar is not as expensive as the Australian dollar, certainly not as expensive as the US dollar, and other dollars throughout the world. So I always recommend students to do a quick Google to see what that looks like for your local currency to really help you plan. Auckland is a city, so you'll have to be savvy about your living costs, but there are a spectrum of living opportunities, whether you want to stay on campus and have that great location in the city and opportunity to meet other students, or whether you want to live in a house or an apartment. There are so many great options here in Auckland.
Good, thank you. And we have another question that is a really frequent question about the language requirement. They want to know which exams to just take for the English level.
Yes, so again, we do have a website page that's dedicated to that, because there are a range of English language exams that we do accept, IELTS being the most common one, but we do offer others as well. So I recommend checking that out on the website, and I can also provide a link to that for you, because sometimes it does change, so it's good to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that would be really useful if you can share it with me.
Yes.
So I can share with all the participants.
Yes.
Okay, and another question is regarding if I want to travel with my family, with my kids, do I have any support from the university?
Yes, so we do have international student support advisors, so you can always reach out to them about questions in regards to making the move to New Zealand. New Zealand is a very family-friendly country, and I think you'll find that it's a really fantastic place to have a family. And they can also provide resources and links to enrolling in schools and other things depending on your family's needs.
And the last two questions that we got from social media, the first one is, are there supplementary admission requirements such as an essay, interview, portfolio?
So that will really depend on the program that you're applying for. So if you were applying for a dance program, for example, in our Bachelor of Fine Arts or in our School of Creative Arts and Industries, then you might have supplementary program needs. And so that's something, if we do have time, I can show you how the website demonstrates.
Yeah, that would be really good if you
needed.
can do it right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so what I'll do is go ahead and just share my screen. I was looking up the web page as well for this. So you can see we do provide more information. You can see IELTS academic equivalencies here. So I'll go ahead and just copy this link for you so you can receive more information about that. So go ahead and put that in the chat for you.
Good.
And then I'll go ahead and move on very quickly. So find a study option. What you do is you just filter it depending on what you're looking to study and what level. So let's say that you've already gotten to that stage and you'll get to a program page. This is where you're going to find all the information that you need. So it'll give you a sense of how long the program is, the program type options, what locations are offered, as well as the start date. So of course, we similarly are in the Southern Hemisphere, so our program dates reflect that. You'll get a sense of the program structure, what exactly is included, the type of programs that you can study, the subjects within it, and a link to the courses that are available within it, those entry requirements. So again, that's where you can click through and see what's required. In this case, you would calculate your grade point equivalent to see where it sits. We always recommend applying to the program if you're really close in terms of your GPE, because admissions will take a look and weigh out everything in your application. You'll also see fees, and we do have a link to scholarships, as well as, of course, that cost of living question, which is very important in terms of making that budget, and student loans and allowances. And then, of course, key dates. So going back to entry requirements, this is where you'll be able to scroll down and see further program requirements. So that will let you know if you need to submit any kind of portfolio. For the most part, we do not require essays, and we don't require any kind of tests that you might be more familiar with if you're applying to a US university. So it is a really straightforward application process, and we're quite clear and straightforward about the GPE requirements as well. So we hope that transparency makes it easy for you to apply and make your decision to come to the University of Auckland.
Good. Thank you, Anna. And the last question, it's like a piece of advice. They want to know what would be like this ideal candidate that University of Auckland is looking for, like what they can do to increase the chances of being admitted.
That's a great question. I think a student who is really interested in coming to New Zealand, who has an open mind, we will look at your application. If you don't necessarily have the program background that we need, we can also offer alternatives for you. So if you're really interested, I always say apply. It's free to apply, and it's a really straightforward application process. I think you'll find it's quite different from institutions in North America. And so again, please explore the website, check it out. And if you have some interest, don't hesitate to apply and come study with us.
Okay, good. So thank you. That concludes our questions and our presentation. We really appreciate you taking the time and being here with us. So I don't know if you have like a final message for all of the assistants.
just that I really appreciate having the opportunity to connect, and we would love to have more Colombian students come and study at the University of Auckland. So don't hesitate to reach out if you've got questions. I'd be happy to help students navigate the website and explore the great options at the University of Auckland.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you to all the participants. As Anna says, if you have more questions, you can send a message or an email to Anna, and she's going to help you with all the information you need. Also, if you have questions regarding Colfuturo, you can send an email to josifuturo@colfuturo.org. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. I've just added my email for anyone who's interested in reaching out.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.